So these are the highlights for the first half. After this, we're going to have special game, and so we have official games, and then we have eSport coming up as well. So during eSport, we're going to have professional commentator for eSport as well. So please.
สวัสดีนะครับขอบคุณพี่ธนกับพี่ฟุกด้วยนะครับขอบคุณมากๆเลย
All right, thank you so much. So we will have our esport commentators, the professional esport commentators. Wow, we had a lot of fun. That was a great game. Watching you commenting all the way from here, I believe that all of us here, we are very familiar with the esport. So for the DMD Sport Day, we'll also have esport, which is ROV. And the ROV is actually very straightforward, very easy to understanding. So 5 players for each team. They'll strategize on each of the characters and trying to win by destroying the towers of the oppositions. So whoever it is that can actually wreck down the major tower of the oppositions that will actually bring the success and achievements to the team. All right, today me and Poppy, we will be helping each other, working together in order to commenting on the game. A while ago, you guys saw how they're playing in the field with futsal, but that was just the break for the first half. We'll continue with the second half, but then our break will be the ROV. I would have to say that, playing futsal, it's actually a piece of cake for me, not biggie. All right, now with the ROV, so it's just one game to win it all. All right, so one person used to cross-play as the character is actually Uu, and he actually made that character really popular. Uu did that. All right, now ROV is actually really popular. We also work cross with our ROV, and Uu brought a lot of pride to our DMD family, and he actually embodied within the characters of the ROV. All right, so we'll see in the DMD whoever it is that will actually work together with ROV again. Now for Pink Thunder team, so we'll see Max here. Max, well, his name with the ROV, he's actually got a lot of moves. He's very detailed, really sharp, but he always argue with Mark because Park versus Max, because they always argue who is going to play in which positions. Usually Park will play in the, he's very fluid, is actually helping, controlling everything. And for Max, I'm not sure which position he was, usually either his carry or the attack. So it's actually the tankers. Now with Latte, I haven't actually seen his performance, but I know that in order for him to be here, is extraordinary. For Mark, he's actually going to be the supporters. He can actually very all-rounders, supporting all the teams, whatever it is that's missing. He will stop the loopholes. He's actually very versatile. All right, that actually is a really, really good compliment. He is really adaptive. For Kim, I think he's a maid. All right, so in ROV, in the games, so we'll see that the pro players, Kim, he's also a maid as well. Wow, you saw the way that he did with Audrey's, the moves and also the pose. You will see that he is actually the maid. And now for the Sunny Blue team. All right, now moving on. For this team, we'll see that apart from the futsals, the person at the top of the line, Tommy, he's also very hot-headed as well. He's actually very serious with the game. His highest hope is actually to become the professional players. But I would have to say that we really had to create a league. But he a part of the DMD team. But in the futures, maybe he'll also be part of the pro player as well. He actually is really, really good, and he practices every night. He doesn't sleep. He just throw all the time for ROV. Now, right next to Tommy, I think it's Z, isn't it? All right. I'm not going to mention that. And then after that is Namping. Namping is also really good. If I'm not mistaken, he's either a mage or a carrier. Right. Wow, look at that. Look at that aura. He'll make it. Look at that. Just by sitting there, the fans just scream their heart out. He's just there, just, support the table, just being there, spread his cuteness. And right next to him, we have Save. All right. So with Save, he's actually another representative of the team. I've actually seen him before. He usually was a Ruraj. All right. So maybe he's a juggler. We're not sure. I haven't actually played with him, but he actually got a lot of good moves out. Moving on to JJ. All right. So I would say that with this team, I'm not certain which positions they're going to be in, but we have to see in the game. All right. So it's actually really excited. Now that's the Sunny Blue team leader, Z. All right. Z is there in the spot C. All right. Now, I believe that you've seen him before. And he's actually another person who practiced ROV regularly, and he got good practice. With his ability, I believe that he can actually support the team. Right. Either he's going to support his own team or support the oppositions. We'll see how it goes. All right. It's very exciting. Now, it's actually really hard to guess who's going to win. It's going to be a really good game. All right, I believe that is going to be a good game. I've seen so many different matches, and I've seen that esport is another activities that many actors and also celebrities enjoy, but it's going to be a really good one. All right, now for the game in DMD Sport Day is going to be a really all-rounders. We're actually playing and enjoying in different parts. Wow, for people who are futsal and you as well, Park, you're really fit. I mean, like, you're really strong. You play futsals and then now you're here commenting on all the games. I can actually do that. Well, if I sat there, like, in the team, who knows what's gonna happen. Just kidding. I'm not bragging. I can play, but I'm not that good at it. All right. So you've seen that, in ROV, there are so many different things that we do, different positions that we do. There are some people who are just playing and just having fun. It can also be a really good way in order to socialize with their friends. A lot of people got the communities in the ROV, and a lot of people played and they got a lot of friends. Some of them even becomes couples. They got their loved one, and a lot of people got married because of ROV, and that is the reality. Well, it's been proven already to be a really good game. All right. Now, with the game. Now, as we can see from casting the games, there will be two people sitting side by side, and then each of the team players will actually have their positions for the commentator as well. Each of the commentators will actually support each other. One will be actually commenting on each of the players, and also the other one will wrapping up on everything. Now we're seeing on the left is Pink Thunder, and on the right is the Sunny Blue. All right, I want to see how the fans are doing up here. All right, make some noise for Sunny Blue team. Okay.
Pink Thunder.
Now, how about Pink Thunder? All right, now this game is gonna be fun. It's gonna be heated. All right, Elendor. Start the band.
เรียงนั่งกันมาเรียบร้อยนะครับอันนี้เราเล่นเหมือนจริงนะครั
All right, now we're actually simulating the real game. We're actually banning some of the heroes as well. Now this is actually just like a professional game, like a pro player would do, because this will actually result in the final competitions as well. They're actually collecting their scores. Now they're planning, strategizing with one another. We'll see that, like, you know, Aaron is the favorite of Tommy's favorite. Now we'll see, like, you know, if you found at V, he's gonna keep on like bragging about what he's doing. All right. So we have like wall high as well. I'm not gonna guide anything. Then I will let each of the players play. We're gonna make sure that the game is a fun game. All right. So we see Latte is in the game already. Pink Thunder has got wall high. So wall high in the real competition, the peak rate is really high. It's actually the one that, like, you know, remains with the game since the very first day of the games, and now they still remain. It's really popular characters. Now for Sunny Blue team, Richter. So Richter could be the roam or either his offlet. And wow, we have Hayate. And also Des as well. The spell that is using, this is extraordinary, because it's a spell that the pro player has just used. But then this one is actually really interesting how it's gonna be. All right, now for Sunny Blue. Okay, Sunny Blue, we have Magangas. Numping playing as mage for sure. All right, now that's gonna be a really interesting game. Now then for Park, I think Park right here, easy game. It might be, oh, I think it's Latte. All right, so I think they can actually swap the role as well. They have chosen the role for the team, and then they can actually swap the roles before the game begins. That's actually their strategies. All right, so I think they're planning on it. They really did strategize on it, and that's actually, these are the three main characters that can actually attacking on the tower. All right, so they plan it out, what's gonna be like with all of the characters in the game. They really means a lot to it. And then moving on. Okay, so we have Valet. So Valet is also banned because it can actually, like, you know, be used. And then I think like this one, they know who likes which characters. So Z's character has already been banned. All right, he's got to re-choose the characters. All right. So that's quite interesting. I want to see C playing his own characters, but it's banned already. We'll see how he's gonna solve that. All right. So we also have another character, the juggler, that has been banned. Junk Zilla. I think Zilla is also like Z's favorite characters as well. It's either Gila's, it's actually a juggler. I think it's one of the characters that can actually, like, you know, do solo. All right, Park will swap the players, the characters for sure. I want the jugglers that actually have damage on mage as well. All right. Now La Goman comes with Park. Okay, I think Park would definitely change for sure. I don't think he has ever played as Durain before. Okay, or maybe he got better. Maybe he got better to the point that I can't catch up. I believe that the fans of DMD, there are some of you who might played ROV before. So for some people knows that, like, you know, we have esport in today's activities. Anyone playing ROV? Make some noise. Wow. All right, we see ROV players over there. Have you ever random and then found our actors, maybe when they have you ever streamed? Wow, we used to actually do DMD working together, and then we open up the chance for the fans to join in. Wow, but that's actually like, you know, a really interesting games that we played. Wow, that's actually is really fun. Now, that's actually one of the activities that can can get to know each other and get closer to one another more. All right, now all the characters has been chosen already. Max is gonna be Omen, and Latte is gonna be Tulin. Mark is gonna be Dirac. Kim is Valheim, and Park is Crest. Wow, no juggler. It's all the mage. They don't have the jugglers at all. Latte. I think Latte forgot. I think Latte made a bit of a mistake. So they don't have the mage. Oh, sorry, they don't have the jugglers. Wow. Okay. Now, it's actually up to the staff. Do you think that the staff will allows us to restart? Well, in the international game, something like this have also happened. Okay, but we'll see. We'll see. Wow. All right. Now, they've got Holy Thunder. Right, they got a lot of strength. Don't look at the screen at the back. All right. Now, ooh, already Park has been taken down, and now they have executed already. Wow, killed. Okay, now putting the hands up. Now pause the game. Pause the game. Wow. I think it's gonna flow. But let's see what's going on. For pro players, this is something that is rarely happen unless there's real lag in the game. But to begin the battles, I believe that they're very serious with it. All right, let's see. Let's fix the errors. So all of the characters are actually the ones that they are really compatible with. I believe that when they're singing, performing, they will be really nervous. But here playing esport, it's a totally different kinds of nerves that you feel. You know, but it's gonna be a fun game, a good game. So Latte was taken down already. Okay, so we're here. Now there's an attack. Pink Thunder really gotta work on their defense, otherwise no one's gonna help them. Pink Thunder side the tower, and then now, wow, they're actually taking this very seriously. Okay, now their friends are actually supporting. They're working on into there. Okay, now maybe that's actually is a lead right there. So it's actually like, you know, the chaos a while ago. Wow, defeated already. So I believe that. So they're trying to work it out. Latte trying to work his way out. This is gonna be a fun game. They collide since the very beginning. Now it's 1-4 already. Now the number of killing doesn't count though for this game. It's early game, and both sides are actually attacking fiercely. Now we're seeing Park is now following up. Park trying to get the place and also trying to collect items as well. He's trying to get into the areas of the dragons. Now let's take a look at that. Now and then, okay, he still survived. He still take a U-turn and then take it back round. Z is there and then take the items. And now you see that Latte is now down. Wow. Wow, that was a really good move. All right, very well executed. Okay. Wow, they invaded as well. Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, I think that Max team is actually in a really bad positions right here. Wow. Okay, now you see that he really wanted to be a pro player. All right, 7-1 now. Okay, so Pink Thunder, you really gotta find the plays. Now it's 7-1. Okay, wow, that's actually is really large gap. Because okay, now JJ is there. JJ is knocked out already. Now in the core, and then now is the great attack. Z is there. They're trying to hide under the tower and then strike again. And defeated. Zeepruk is defeated already. Alright, they're trying to get in there. Trying to get back. Alright. Now they're working on it, and once again, Namping scored. Okay, Kim Jira, you're working. That's extraordinary in order to hold this game. Kim Jira is really serious. Now I believe that DMD is not playing. They're taking this game very seriously. Alright, now when we're actually in the competitions, most of the times we'll give more tips and tricks, but right now we're not gonna go into that deep. Alright, they're speeding up, almost there. Okay, now we're seeing that they're trying to protect the lower tower. And see that Poppy is locking in. Everyone's running out. Oh, we'll see if there's gonna be any hard kill. It's gonna be really difficult. It's ulti already. Alright, now it's a duel. Alright, Z is backing out. And Park is trying to control with the support, with the head. He loves his friend, and then now there it is, and defeated already. Okay, running in the back, and they're trying to get their Namping. Can he save it? Can he save the team? Park is there. Can Park hold it? See that, and now it's attacking, and now is there kill up ultimate 2, and Park is there and defeated. Wow, that was a really good game. He took it all. Wow, Namping. It really is a tanker. Sunny Blue is really tough. Wow, they're like, taking turns and taking the damage tower. Really good plans. Now with Zeepruk. Alright. Now that actually is a really good game. Zeepruk told Latte to clean his car. Alright, maybe there's some kind of history and they're taking the game very seriously. Now we started to see the gap. The gap is actually getting larger. And we're seeing now that Park is behind behind Tommy. Oh, he got Tommy already. Alright, at the back, and he's trying to attack all over again and trying to score. Namping is there at the back trying to see if there is any of his friends that he can actually save. We're seeing here, and then Namping is the one that take part here, turning the game the other way around for Sunny Blue and got the tower. The tower is being destroyed. Wow, flowing, keep it flowing. Wow, we can actually see it, that there's very interesting game, because initially they don't have the jugglers, they got the mage, and that's actually is a really good game changer since the very beginning of the game. Sometimes this kind of mistakes can actually happen in the real game. Alright, 7 minutes has passed already. We're now at 7-15. Alright, quite a gap. Alright. This is a really good challenge for us. We really have to look at the screen from afar. Alright, but the first tier right here, Zeepruk, he got it. He take down 3 towers already they take down 3 towers already for Sunny Blue. Alright, they got it. Zeepruk got it. Alright, so a while ago he was taken down. It might seem like, he just disappear, but then he will respond back. All right, so we'll see that. So will they open it up with the attack? And blue team tower is taking down. They're trying to reduce the loss as much as possible for Pink Thunders. Cut loss, and they're now trying to hold the games. All right. And now for Kim. I think for Kim, he's actually in a really good shape right here. Now they're trying to handle it. And they also got the red outer tower as well for Pink Thunder. Now, cutting down right here, they're actually having like a really big attack. They're ganging up right here. They're trying to push forward. And then right here, Namping is following up. And Park is right there, hitting there. And now they're losing. How can we actually do this? And Namping is another one that take the game again. Wow, they're all here. Poppy was there. They got the chance right in front of that own door, and maybe they're gonna close the game. Shortly, maybe not. But if they're actually working on it, if there's more losses, maybe. Now Thunderbird is there. Move it in right there, almost ending. Sunny Blue has got to back out. Okay, they got 2 racks. Okay, both ways. That actually is an advantage for them. Sunny Blue really wanted to take this game. Okay, they're pushing. Okay, Namping is actually a really good player. He took 6 down. Wow. He's not playing right here. Let's take a look. C hasn't killed anyone yet. But then it's 1-1. But 1-1 has never actually existed in ROV. Alright. So Tommy is not playing. He got 7 killed. Wow, that's the one that want to be a really pro players. We can actually see that his efforts and time at night paid off right now. He's not practicing for the role, but practicing for ROV because of today. He's been working hard on that. All right, Max has got to run out. Max really got to run out. He's been followed. JJ is actually giving in right there. And what's going on right here? And no, he was took down right to the core of the tower. Wow, they can smell your fear. They can smell the prey. All right, that's not playing. They're not playing. Okay, Namping is paying a lot of attention, and now they're actually creating the maps as well. And then they attack. Oh, maybe that's a little bit too quick. They score that for Latte. And Park is now help supporting the team. He's the only tank. And now JJ is there, increasing the skills, and Z is supporting. Z is now being under attack. At the core, they're attacking right on there. And at the back, they're now trying there. And Pink Thunder, Seaprick is down. Mark is killed. Namping trying to help, and now they're under attack. Oh no, Namping is now out. Okay, Pink Thunder turn the games the other way around. They changed the game. Tommy is now getting hot-headed right now. We're seeing that he is now the game leader. Okay, this is a really good game. This is the first fight that they got a lot of kills for the Sunny Blue team. Okay, 1-2 and 2-1. Okay, it's 12 and 21. Alright. Now they open the ultimates, and now they're trying to attack. Okay. Now they're working on they took tower already. Oh, it's still there. Still cannot take it down. Okay, take a look at Z. I think the pressure is on him. It's almost 15 minutes and we're going to close down. And we'll see if they can actually turn the games the other way around. All right. And now they're there. Max is there. They found Max already, and Zebra keeps on attacking over and over again. And now he is there, charging on it. Max is now out. They're now trying to find the angles. Park is there. Park trying to stand, and at the back, Park is out. And now Namping is still there. Namping is still standing right there. And he got it. Wow, they can actually close the game. Okay. Sunny Blue, they could almost wipe out the whole team. That actually is a team fight. Wow, Namping actually is a really tough one to take down. That's extraordinary, and of course, this game belongs to Pink Thunder. Oh, Sunny Blue. Yeah, this game belongs to Sunny Blue. Sorry, the commentator get a little bit too caught up in that. All right, let's take a look at the statistic. So we're seeing that the MVP for Sunny Blue is Tommy. Wow. 13.6. Tommy is not playing. He's actually the team leader. Tommy, let's take a look at the camera. Okay, that's our MVP. Okay, let's see the score. So what was the score again? Oh, 4-4, 4-3. Oh, the Sunny Blue right now is leading with 4, and Pink Thunder is following up at 3, trying to catch up. Okay, from the afternoon until now, in the evening, they're now working on the ROV, and after this, we'll follow up with the futsal. We'll take a look at the statistic. Right now, we're seeing Hayate had 8 killed. C has 8 killed. Okay, 8, 9, and 3. That's not bad statistic at all. Namping killed 6. And then respond to, but then he got a really good score now for save. Assist for 8, that's actually is the supporters, and 4 elders. JJ got 3 killed, and assist for 6. That's actually is not bad. There actually is a team player. That's a really good game. That actually is a team game. Now let's take a look at Max. Okay, Max is right there. 9 killed, and then for Pink Thunder MVP, that's Latte. 4 killed, and then assist for 6, and Mark, he got 2 killed, and then assist for 6 as well. So that was the score for Park. He got 5 killed. Okay, so wow, Sunny Blue actually take the games pretty seriously. They got a really good strategies and really good games. I really like the way that they're working together, the attack and the defense. And thank you so much for the representative from ROV, Kun Save. All right, that was a great game. And now we're gonna be moving on to the futsal in the second half.